This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello humans, and thank you for joining me in another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, smash the like button. Now, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode... And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. Oh, what a great line. Great line from a great poem, written by William Blake. The poem, A Poison Tree. Believe it or not, it was published in 1794. You know, sometimes we can get such inspirations from old times, from old things, from old art. And I'm using the word old because really art is timeless for those of us who have an appreciation for it. It can give us appreciation for the humans that wrote it at the time they did, because believe it or not, as special as you think you are, everything that you've experienced as far as human emotions have been experienced many times over throughout history. Whether it's love, hate, revenge, we've all experienced them. And many people have experienced them in different settings over periods of time. Today I wanted to talk about Devil May Cry. The first time I ever saw the game was walking around with my son, and it was on a display. And we both saw it, and it was the most beautiful thing on the PS2 we had ever seen. I was looking at the detail of the images, of the old inspiration, the Baroque type art that was in the background. And it was inspired, definitely inspired by the Dark Ages, by old castles, you know, by things that happened hundreds of years before we were born. But here it was, this beauty staring at us in a brand new game. A brand new adventure. Some of those same feelings came to mind when I first saw this game, not by looking at the game design of Devil May Cry 5. What happened is I looked at the images and I started looking at the characters and the definitions of the characters. And here it was, this game that I've been playing, this series that I've been familiar with for decades. I'm at that point, at that lucky point that all Gen X members have, that we've gotten to experience these things over time. And I'm looking at this man smoking a cigar. And there he is smoking a cigar. And wow, the detail. I could almost feel the smoke. And it took me back in time to those times where we first got that game. I didn't get it, of course, upon release. I had to wait till it went on sale. I think it was I want to say 7 or 8 months after the game came out. I actually bought it used. And we just had a ball. We really did have a ball with that game. It was an amazing game in every way. And here I am, all these years later, playing it. From those humble beginnings, and the series has been up and down, you know, just like any other series. But it made me ponder, right? It made me look back in time, and just like many games have that I'm playing now, because a lot of series now are decades old. But this one in particular, I like the design, aesthetic of the original game. The original game for me still holds up. Devil May Cry is a good game, a great game. especially 5. I'm having fun with it. But I like reminiscing about those old mechanics when things were brand new, when the things that this game did were brand new. And it emphasizes the appreciation that I have for things of the past. Regular things, you know, things that from the past that actually bring me joy from time to time. Like a newspaper. Like most of you, I get my news from the internet. But especially when I'm traveling in other countries, I love to pick up a newspaper and sit down and read it for breakfast. You know, like people used to do when I was growing up. Believe it or not, at one time, newspapers were the internet of the world. They were more like web pages, actually, of the world, but that's the way people used to communicate. And they even made ads about people not socializing because they were staring at their newspapers, right? And things change, but some things stay the same, you know. And the fact that we like to inspire ourselves in old art is a good thing. And I wish more video games, I really do wish more video games would do this, because there's so many great things in the past that can give us inspiration for new creativity, whether it's music or art or even poetry in this case. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to read you this poem on the outro. You know, this poem that still to this day is beautiful. A poem about vengeance, rage, hidden emotions. Still holds up today. I think the last time anybody saw this in mass, I think would have to be the Originals. I think that was the name of the show, where I saw an excerpt of it. But anyway, it is a great writing from William Blake, and it was written in 1794, and it can still inspire us today. A Poison Tree by William Blake. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath. My wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not. My wrath did grow. And I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears. And I sunned it with smiles and with soft, deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the night had veiled the pole. In the morning I'm glad to see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Battle be determined by a man, by a me demon, or perhaps. And it grew both day and night, till one bore an apple bright.
Fresh breath, of course. I know exactly how that man smells. I've been in so many situations where I've been around tobacco smokers.
What am I doing wasting my time here? He's got this.
You should not underestimate this demon. After all, it was he who took your right arm and gained a great deal of power from it. I'm leaving. I suggest you do not fall behind.
Yeah. Okay, V. You're an interesting guy, but you're right. I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.